Hey, welcome back to the Weird Woke Podcast. My name is Demetrius, and I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you can follow me on YouTube, like, share, subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on Facebook under Weird Woke Podcast. You can also find me on Instagram at Weird Woke Podcast. Today, I got a guest, one of my boys I met in the military, both my Marines, my boy Anthony. So welcome to the show. How you doing today, man?
Hey, what's up, D? I'm doing good, man. Thanks for inviting me on.
Yeah, no problem, man. I should have been got you on here, but like I said, I haven't even got my little background and all that stuff set up. Like I said, I'm about to get me a new computer and all that. So most likely I'm gonna get you back on here again anyway. So I said after we get this one out the way so you can see like it ain't shit to it, man. But like what you been up to, man? I know we keep in contact, we hit each other up randomly and shit. Like how you been doing?
I've been doing good, man. I want to say we probably met in either 2010 or 2011 timeframe.
Yeah, 2011.
Yeah, and I think we've been in pretty constant, contact here and there through, Facebook. I live in California currently.
Right.
But yeah, I stayed in the Marine Corps just under, 9 years, and I got out. It was time. I got out on recruiting duty. So recruiting.
Oh, okay. Damn, I didn't know you was doing a recruiting thing. You weren't feeling it?
No.
Okay. I want to say once I left Virginia, before I came to Cali, they was trying to get me to recruit, and I was like, nah, I'm not about to I'm not trying to sign nobody up in this shit, man. They're gonna be looking at me funny. So how long you been with the recruiting thing?
3 years.
3 years. You didn't like it at all?
It had its moments, but when you realize you're a grown-ass man and high school kids, can determine your Marine Corps future.
Right. Hell yeah.
So it just wasn't for me. So I did my time and I got out, and I'm happy. I got 2 kids. I live in a nice home. I'm a federal contractor for the military now, so
okay.
I can't complain.
That's what's up, man. I'm glad everything going good with you, dog. So we're gonna get right into the show, man. Like I was telling you, I usually start the show off with the quote of the day. I been reading the book, the 48 Laws of Power, and decided that I'm gonna just start doing a law each episode. So this week we're on law number 3, and law number 3 is hide your intentions not by closing up, but by talking endlessly about your desires and goals, just not your real ones. So like what I was telling you was that like with the laws, some of them they catch me off guard. Like, why would you even say some shit like that? So like, you understand what they're saying? Pretty much.
That's pretty deep.
Yeah, it is, right? It's like, but like I said, I don't understand why a person would do that, or like I see it both ways. Like, what you think about it?
So essentially, I know there was quite a bit to that. It's essentially you were saying, don't close up, talk about or share with maybe the ones you love or your close, confidants, your goals and your dreams, but don't tell them the real ones.
Right. Because
this can leak into like the social media thing, right? I mean, so many people on there, flexing or, they got the money bag or they're flaunting and showing all this stuff and they get killed.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So I guess, if I had to relate it to me, I would be honest with my wife or, other people with their significant other. But when it comes to others, right, like I'll just use my peers, I probably would play it a little closer to the chest because, everything now is just so competitive.
True.
There's a lot of backstabbing going on, especially in the workforce. So.
Right. So yeah, like, I agree with that. At first, like I said, when I first read it, I want to say I got the law 15, 16, something like that. And I started reading it for a while. I'm like, damn, this fucked up that they really want people to live by these laws or whatever. But yeah, that's one of those laws. It makes sense. Like once you tell somebody, you never like if you can tell somebody you think that's your boy or whatever, some close stuff like, hey, yeah, I got this going on, man, I'm about to make this happen. And then like they might get jealous of you because you making bigger moves than the moves they got, but y'all both got the same 24 hours. Y'all can still be both making money, but yeah, it's just you put it in better perspective like that. That makes a lot of sense, man. So That's what's up. Y'all can fuck with that. Um, so let's get into some sports, man. Let's get into why we really here, dog.
All right, here we go.
As y'all can see, he's a Bills fan. This honestly though, I know two Bills fans. Like that's why I say every time I think about the Bills, I got one of my homies back home that he's an older guy, but he works at like Walgreens or whatever. His name Leroy. Bills fan. Every time I talk to him, that's how he talking about Bills, Bills, Bills. I'm like, dog, they trash. Then when y'all got Allen and White and all them start coming, it was like, oh shit, like the Bills serious. And like watching them the other night, what a couple of weeks ago, I want to say they played the Chiefs. Yeah, y'all whooped on the Chiefs' head, right?
Yeah, last Sunday night.
Yeah, y'all been looking good, man. But yeah, we got a tough task at hand this week. Monday night football game too. I gotta stay up for that. Yeah, we got the Monday night game. So Bills, what y'all little thing called Bills Mafia? That's what y'all call it? Yeah, the Bills Mafia versus the Titans game. It should. What you think about it so far? Like what you like what's some of your predictions? Like if we could read off some of those stats that we had, those rankings. The Bills, y'all ranked 8th in offense, 1st in defense, 9th in passing, 5th in rushing. So y'all top 10 in everything. We are ranked 10th in offense, 21st in defense, 26th in passing, and 3rd in rushing. What's some of your prediction? How you think that game gonna go on Monday night, man?
Well, I definitely think being ranked high in the higher end of passing and defense is definitely going to go against you. That's on that one.
Yeah, most definitely.
I think honestly, I just want to start this off by saying I've been a Bills fan since birth. I've lived in Buffalo. My mother and her whole family still lives there. I don't mess with the cold. So I stayed in California, but
yeah,
it has not been easy being a Bills fan. Okay. Growing up. Okay. I want people to know that like it's just now being okay. Like, is this for real? Is Allen for real? Mm-hmm. And last year he showed he was for real. And then this year, I mean, it's just more of the same, and it's really something. I don't know if you deal with this being a Titans fan. We go in to Kansas City on a Sunday night, beat the Chiefs pretty handily, 38-20. And then everybody from NFL announcers and all the fans are saying, it's just because the Chiefs had a bad game. Chiefs beat themselves. No. Mahomes just had a bad game. Our defense is trash. Like, pretty much the Bills are trash and the Chiefs only lost because the Chiefs beat themselves. And I'm like, we don't ever get love, man.
Yeah. No, they gotta respect it now because like I said, that's when I looked at my schedule, when I looked at the Titans schedule this year, as soon as I saw the Bills, I'm like, oh shit, here we go again. Because I want to say did we play last year? We definitely played last year. That was the year of Norman, right? Y'all won the game too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, but
I think we beat you like the last 3 times.
Yeah, see, and that's y'all used to be like the laughing stock of the NFL. Now y'all on top of it. Like I respect it, man. So what do you think as far as predictions? What do you think as score wise? What do you think? How that's gonna go?
Well, I know I sent you that meme that we're gonna win by 50. But,
yeah, I'm about to say, tell everybody what you said the first time, man.
Yeah. Honestly, if I had to put a score on it, I think if we hold Derrick Henry under 100 yards and force Tannehill to pass, you guys are gonna get killed.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think we'll probably score 40.
Damn, 40 points. What y'all averaging right now in the scoring? Because I think I'm top 5 in that too, right?
Yeah, we're over 30 a game.
Yeah, see, that's anybody averaging over 30. Oh man. So let me.
Well, I got a stat for you here.
Oh, okay.
So the first 5 weeks in the NFL, right? These are the top 5 teams in the NFL that have held their opponents under a certain amount of points, right? So I'll start with the 5th place team. The Patriots have held their opponents to 92 points through week 5. It's pretty good. The Saints, 91. The Panthers in 3rd place, 87. The Broncos, 76. And the Bills are in 1st place with 63. So
yes, so they saying we probably score about 10 points.
Yeah, we've outscored our opponents like 130 to 21.
Damn, yeah, y'all on the road. Y'all definitely on the road. So let me see. I'm trying to think of a prediction because, like I said, I'm a Titans fan. I'm an honest Titans fan. I'm not no fanatic. I'm not gonna say we're going 16-0 every year. I'm not that type of fan. Like I said, I'm a realist. But this is complete opposite. Like you said, y'all hold us under 100. If y'all hold Henry under 100 yards, y'all probably blow us out. I feel if Henry can score at least 2 times and we got over 100 yards, I think the game will be closer. As far as my defense, I have zero confidence in the defense. I've seen them these last couple of weeks. We lost to the worst team in the league, the Jets. Then the next week, we played the Jaguars, which were 0-4. So they was the second worst team in the league. And they even got to put points on us. They beat us with the play action, the quarterback being able to scramble. And Allen could do all that.
Yeah.
If Jack Rabbit Jenkins is on Diggs, he gonna have a career night. He'd probably go for 155 touchdowns if he's on him all night. I think this game come down to Henry, and really it comes down to Tannehill because he needs to be able to throw the ball. We got Julio back, we got AJ back. I'm not sure if they're gonna make it through the whole game. Hopefully they can, but I'm just hoping we can keep this game close. So as far as a prediction, in my heart, I know that we're not winning this game, so I'll probably say Bills win this one 31-17. I still believe that we could at least score, probably in garbage time. But if Henry if he can get multiple touchdowns and over 100 yards, I'm thinking, and if somehow the defense can contain Diggs and who's y'all slot receiver?
Either Cole Beasley, Emmanuel Sanders, Gabe Davis.
Probably. Damn, I forgot I got Sanders too, huh?
Yeah, Sanders has like 5 touchdowns already.
If we can somehow if we can slow down the offense, the only way we'll win this game is by a field goal. I can't see us winning by a touchdown if we were to win. So, but if not, we probably, like I said, if Henry don't have a good game, y'all keep in the backfield, this would be an ugly one that I probably won't talk about for the rest of the year, man. So I said I'm hoping we have a good game, but like I said, it's the Monday night game. Good luck to y'all boys. Y'all probably don't need it against us, but yeah.
It's in Tennessee, right? We're in Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee.
So,
and that's another thing. With us being in Tennessee, one play sucks the whole crowd away. Like if y'all get one play, like a deep pass, play action, and he score on the fans, they silent the rest of the game because they know it's about to be a long night.
Okay, so I think that's where we differ with the Bills fans. I mean, every year the NFL holds all these polls, and who's the most best fan base in the NFL? It's always Bills Mafia every year, and we could be 0-16.
Right, y'all still gonna be hyped.
Yeah.
Yeah, our fans, they give up. We give up. If it's 7-0, we giving up already. Like I said, and then you see like the second half has been our best friend. That's the only way we've been coming back. We've been pulling off some good comebacks in the second half. So we just need a strong start. If we can get a strong start, I think we can carry it over to the second half where we play better football. But like I said, I'm hoping we have a good game though, man. I'm definitely hoping we have a good game.
Real quick, on the back of my mind, I kind of did see this game as possibly a trap game for the Bills. We're on the road now, our second week in a row. We won in Kansas City. Now we're going to Tennessee. Tennessee always plays us tough in Tennessee, and knock on wood, but we always have players hurt against Tennessee. Like two years ago, you guys took out Tyrod Taylor for like 3 weeks. So if we could just avoid the injuries, and like I said, shackle up Henry and keep him under 100, which I think we can do. Our front four is solid. Our linebackers, Tremaine Edmonds and Milano, and I mean, they'll come up and hit him, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, Edmonds is like 6'6", 250.
He's gonna have to meet Henry at some point in the game. He's gonna be looking for him all day, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'll definitely be. We'll definitely be talking during the game. I'll have it on. I'll have it on.
Yeah, I'll most likely stay at the. Well, no, I'm lying. If the shit get out of hand, I'm turning on, going to bed so I can be ready for work. I know I'm off at work the whole day. I you had anything else on the game?
No, I just hope we win and just prove everybody wrong that we shouldn't have lost to Pittsburgh.
Right. Hell yeah, definitely not, man. I don't because they sorry, but it was just I think that's one of them early games. You know how it is at the early part of the season. Um, so let's get into a little bit of boxing. I had I watched the Wilder and the Fury fight. Wilder and Fury, this was the third fight. It went bad for Wilder. Fury came in at 277 pounds. I want to say Wilder came in at 240, and he didn't do any cardio this fight. You feel me? So I can't hear you.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Did you see any highlights on that? What did you think of that fight?
I did not watch the whole fight. I watched maybe like the last minute of it, and I mean, old boy got slept, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just really what it boils down to. And I read the
ropes.
Yeah, I read the tweet that he came out with, pretty much just saying like, it is what it is. We put on a good show. Maybe hopefully we'll fight again. But if I'm Fury, I'm not fighting you again. Like,
don't waste your time. He didn't prove this point for the second time. The second fight, he said the only reason he lost was because the costume he came out with, it was like 40 pounds. He said it tired his legs out. So
okay.
That was what happened the second fight. So this was the fight right here. This told it all. I just believe that with Wilder, he put on too much muscle. He didn't do any cardio. He admitted he didn't do any cardio. So you got a 275-pound dude coming lay on you, 6'9". He's like 4 inches taller than you. Just coming to lay on you the whole fight. You're gonna be tired. And you can see when Wilder, he put all muscle up here, up in his shoulders and shit. So what I didn't like about it was after the fight, Wilder said he don't respect him. Like he's just pretty much like he can't accept the fact that he got his ass whooped. But then he came out with the Instagram post. So I guess he's starting to realize like he's just not the better man out that fight. So hopefully he moves on and maybe fight AJ or something. Or somebody like one of the bum or the up and coming boxer to show that he still got it. But
right,
as far as Fury, dog, I don't see nobody beating Fury in that division. He's too big for everybody. He's the biggest heavyweight in the division. He weighs the most. He's the most skilled. So yeah, that's all I really had on that, man.
I don't watch a lot of the fights from start to finish. I always watch like the highlights and stuff, and it always cracks me up. No matter who's fighting, MMA, boxing, I look at all the comments and just regular people like me or like you, or they're commenting on the video like, oh, Wilder's a bum, bro. I'm like, bro, he'll kill you like in one hit.
He was 31, and you probably might not wake up. You might not wake up. So yeah, I don't take it that far, man. At the end of the day, like I'm 6'1", I'm about 6'1". I'm not even gonna waste my time talking about, nah, whoop, what? No, you won't.
Yeah, no,
that dude is. If you see his highlight reel of his knockouts, you would thought that at least 20 of them dudes, like they no longer live. Like he done put some boys out, man, bad, like with the ass up and everything, just sleep in the middle of the ring. So
it don't even have to be a face shot, dude. He'll just give you one to the kidney or something.
Anything, yeah. He can catch you anywhere, man. I don't want nothing. Wilder, I ain't got no problem with you, dog. I know you lost to Fury, but yeah, I ain't got no problem over here with you, man.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back, man. So I wanted to speak on the update, like I was telling you earlier. Me and my brother, we play Madden and 2K. So in Madden, I've always been a Madden guy. He's always been a 2K guy. For some reason, these last couple of years, he's been getting a couple of wins off of me every once in a blue moon, and for some reason, think he could beat me in both. So I just wanted to update you on that. We'll just update the podcast about it. And right now on 2K it's 17-1, and he's on a 17-game winning streak. I won the first game, and he ain't let me win the game since, dog. It's been pretty bad, but so what we do is we don't pick teams, we do randoms. We do 3 randoms or whatever. Yeah, we do 3 randoms, and he's been getting the better teams. That's all it's been. Even when he get the bad teams, I end up with a bad team. He just the better man on the game. But on Madden, I've been doing this dude dirty, man. It's what is it? It's 18-3 now, but this last game, 38-0. Yeah, I did him
Okay.
bad. Yeah, it's 38-0.
And it's random
Um,
teams in there as well.
yeah. Dre, I know
Okay.
you're gonna be watching this, man. Just know that shit, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm kicking your ass. Yeah, we've been playing a couple games today though, but my mama called me during us playing. Like, we're gonna start streaming it because we just be cussing each other out the whole damn game, man.
Yeah.
People will probably think that we fighting over there, but we just shit talking and shit. But yeah, I'm gonna start posting that on my page on you know what Twitch is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna start posting the link on there and have people start tuning in that. And like I said, that'd be something I'm gonna start adding on to the podcast is the top 5, top plot. Every time we score something, we usually save the clip. So we're gonna start putting it at the end of the video and stuff. But yeah, that's all I had on that, man. You been playing Madden still?
Yes, unfortunately. I buy or digitally download now.
Yeah, me too.
Every Madden. I don't know. I probably have them back to like 2000.
Okay.
So I play online head to head. I don't have a lot of friends up here that I know like that to
be on there like that.
to play in Madden. So I play online, and that is just a up in the air. You know, I could play with somebody that is just so belligerently disrespectful, or
Are you doing mic?
Yeah.
See, I don't do the mic thing, but so I'm gonna start doing it because I like cussing people up.
Yeah.
Funny to me. I don't do the disrespectful shit, but you know, ain't no filter on there. They talk about your mom and all type of shit.
Oh yeah.
They still be quitting a lot too.
They do. I just played yesterday. I went into 2 online lobbies, got paired up with a random, and they saw I had the Bills and they quit the lobby.
Scary. Them boys be scared, man. You can't pick certain teams on that game.
No,
you know, I think Allen's throw power on there like 98, 99.
Yeah.
So he can complete pretty much anything as long as you know how to like control your quarterback and shit. But yeah, man, like I said, I'm still in my little league or whatever. Shit, whenever you get a chance, shit, if you want to, I can get you up in there if you have free time. Most of them are in California, so they own your time anyway.
I'll let you know right now. Like I'm down, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, like with this season just starting, we just started the new season like 2 days ago. So it'll be somebody quitting, but I'll just let you know the team and
I'll take
how the
over.
roster is. But I'll let you know. I'll let you know right now. The dude with the Bills, he probably not gonna quit. He's been there with in our group for like since day one. So he definitely ain't gonna let go of them Bills, dog. Especially Allen. Like everybody been trying to trade for him. He said, hell no, ain't nobody getting Allen.
Because you just got that perfect, you know, I don't want to do it, but I will. It's like you got that perfect, like Michael Vick-esque.
Yeah.
You know, like I could throw it 85 yards on you, like in the air, or I could play action and like truck your linebacker and run it.
Yeah, he can do it all, man. But yeah, I'll definitely keep you updated on that, dog. I'll definitely do that. So let's get into a little bit of news. I wanted to speak on was the Superman situation. Like I said, I'm not against anybody living their truth. You feel me? But I'm so I won't say I'm disappointed in Superman, but I knew something would come out. As far as with comics, when we was growing up, Superman's always been like the #1 guy. But lately, they saying that he like men, I guess. He a little bit more friendly than I thought. So I wanted to ask you, like, I mean, it's not an issue. It's just I don't get why now. I guess because Superman been you 30 something, right? Yeah, I'm 34, and my whole life Superman's always been #1. He's always been beaten up, man. He's never came out and said, hey, I think I don't want to fight you. I want to be cool with you. He's never been that type of guy. So like what you think about that? Do you read comics? Did you read comics coming up?
I did, yeah, as a kid, and I'd watch all the Marvel Universe movies and DC, and so I follow it. I've watched all the Supermans, and um, it's I'm not gonna say it's unfortunate just because of the world we live in today, but um, I guess it is what it is.
Right.
Like I have kids, so over the years I've slowly seen certain agendas, especially like LBGTQ and all of that slowly being forced into cartoons.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So the icons, whether it be Superman and Batman and all that, just don't mess with the Punisher. Like,
No, they can't do Punisher like that. They ain't gonna do Punisher like that.
no, I draw the line at that.
Yeah, you said not Punisher though, right? No,
No.
it's nothing, man. I just don't see where it be coming from. Like, I feel like with certain characters, Batman, Superman, Hulk, shit like that, them untouchable. Let them continue to be who they be. But yeah, I just found it weird. When I woke up, I thought it was fake, but now they said this was something serious going on. So
There's a bunch of characters, like the
Robin.
Peter Pan. Yeah, Robin.
Yeah.
Peter Pan is now, you can't tell if it's a boy or girl. It's like the hairstyle. It's like it could be a boy, but it could be a girl.
Right.
It's like, well, his name is Peter.
Right.
So I don't want to, pee in your Cheerios here, but his name is Peter. So, but it would definitely be weird. I know it's in the comics and the cartoons is the transition, but I mean, if they get old boy to like come out with a new Man of Steel or a new Superman movie, and he gay in the movie, that's gonna be weird, man. Like,
yeah, I can't see that, but
they did Lois Lane dirty.
Right.
She's like, what the heck?
All right, but I just wanted to speak on that. I just found it weird at the time or whatever. But I mean, shout out to Superman anyway. God damn it. So let's speak on the other thing that happened in the news was with the NFL was Jon Gruden. Now this last couple of weeks I've been listening to Sports Center stuff, and it was saying how him and Derek Carr was it Derek or David? That's Derek Carr. Is that Derek?
Yeah, his quarterback is Derek Carr.
Yeah, David was the brother that played for the Texans.
Yeah.
So,
trash.
Yeah, he's trash. One of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen in my life, man.
Yeah.
He down there with Jamarcus Russell last.
He is, yeah. He is.
So I know they've been clashing or whatever, but somehow these emails came up and they've been saying it's like been disrespectful, like someone been racial, someone been like homophobic and all type of stuff like that. And I just wanted to like get your opinion, like what you think on Jon Gruden stepping down for the Raiders. Do you think it was a good thing or what?
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think there's any room in any sort of professional sports for any sort of racism.
Right.
When the first email came out about how he was talking about old boy having like rubber lips, like Michigan.
Like,
so,
why?
Yeah. So that came out and, Gruden was like, hey, it was a long time ago. I was essentially calling him a liar, like.
So why not call him a liar?
Right. So everyone was kind of like, all right, bro, like we're going to let that one slide. And then like a day later, 2 days later, they're like, yo, he's coming out calling people fag and talking about that gay guy that got drafted, Michael Sam, who just was trash. He never even played a snap in the NFL, so I get it. Like he was slandering, hella people, but I want them to go deep into the emails to be like, who was he talking to? Because he was probably having a conversation with somebody about it. And he was that other person,
owners, one of the Redskin owners.
Oh yeah, that David guy. Like Yeah.
Yeah, they said he was speaking to him. So that was one of the things I read today was as far as the Colin Kaepernick situation with him kneeling. He mentioned something in the email saying like they should get rid of this fucker for kneeling and stuff like that. And people looked at that like, damn, why is he saying it like that or whatever? Like he hates this guy for taking a knee. So to me, like I feel like it was time for it. Like it's no room for that. I feel like all these men is on the field for you every night. It's just like being in the military. They on the field, they doing this for you. You the coach. They trying to make you look good. You shouldn't be disrespecting them behind their back. And whatever point of your life, 2011, like at first when it came out, I was like, damn, that was 10 years ago. Like, who cares? But this stuff has been going on, and like I just don't understand how it's been going on for 10 years and nobody caught on to it. And then I want to say Keyshawn Johnson came out and said like he knew he was like that with his time with the Bucks. He said he didn't like him and all that type of shit. So I'm glad they starting to get rid of certain people, just like in the NBA, what they did with the Clippers owner. They got rid of him and stuff like that. So I'm glad they started doing that. Everybody should be treated the same, especially when it comes to sports, man. But you had anything else on that?
Yeah, I was just shocked that, because I watched Gruden back when he coached the Bucks, and and the Raiders, and then he went to the, majority of the time I watched him as a sports announcer on Sunday night, Monday night, and I always thought he was like a pretty stand-up dude. I mean, I guess you never know, right? He hates gays. That's just what it is.
Seems like he hate everybody. Shit.
Right. I hope that in the investigation, they get that guy who's the executive for the Redskins. I feel like the NFL is so dirty. Like, but have you ever watched that show with The Rock?
Which one?
The one where he's like an NFL talent guy.
Was the TV show The Rock?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't. I forgot all about that show. I forgot all about it. I haven't even watched it yet.
I forgot. Ballers.
Ballers. Okay, yeah. On HBO. I watched the first 2 seasons, I want to say.
Yeah, so I watched the whole thing of Ballers, and I know it's a show and it's all dramatic, dramatization, and I honestly think that some of that is real, man. Like,
most definitely. There's
just so many people getting paid, and so many people, like Roger Goodell, right? He's like, all right, we got Gruden, all right, and then what about this dude, the executive with the Redskins? It's like, oh damn, I was talking to him about this, so yeah, we're not gonna bring him out to light, right? Because then I'm screwed. It's just a lot of, what Gruden did. I'm gonna end it on this. What Gruden did was wrong. What he said was wrong. I'm glad he got outed, but I also kind of feel like he taken the brunt for a lot of other people.
Most definitely.
Like, yeah,
a lot of people. They said now once that happened, a lot of people deleting the emails right now. They're trying to say was I see the bunch of memes on Jerry Jones. They're saying like he emptied the whole goddamn computer. He probably threw some shit away. Over his year, he probably been saying all type of shit. Especially with they ain't made it to the Super Bowl for what, 20 years, 25 years? Yeah, he been on their ass.
Yeah, Jerry Jones probably low key racist, man. Like I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know.
And that's just because I don't like the Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't either. That's the crazy thing. I used to be a Cowboys fan like as a kid. And I think that was because like everybody back home, like that's when Cowboys was good or whatever. But I don't know. Once I seen the Titans, it was like over with. So it's like 98, 97. So yeah, I was a youngin', but yeah, man. Let's get into a little music. I recommended an album, the Meek Mill album. Just want to think what you thought about that. You listen to some of Meek?
Yeah, Expensive Plan, right?
Expensive Pain,
yeah. Yeah. So I downloaded the album. I listened to every song, and I honestly just didn't like it that much.
Why the fuck would he even say this shit?
Yeah. Some of the songs I felt like were just like rushed, like, hey man, we need 3 more tracks. And he's like, all right. And he's just threw the tracks together. Some had, a good beat, a good hook and all that, but I think he's done better.
Most definitely. Actually, when I was speaking to my brother about it, I was like, dog, this sound like one of them albums that he just put together, say here, Meek just dropped the album this year or whatever, just to keep up with the pack. Cause like with Drake and Kanye, they with them having their shit out, he's like, oh, well, I'm in that tier or whatever that people put him in. Let me throw some out. But like me, I listened to it probably like 3 times. Like I said, I work at the VA, so I'm walking around with my earbud on. I listened through the whole album straight, and it's like, oh, this can't even be Meek. Like, this just some. You definitely rushed this album, but he was on. I listened to a lot of podcasts. He was on $1 million worth of game, and it's Gilly the Kid and Wallow, his cousin, and he was on there explaining the album, and it sounded like he was going somewhere with the album, but as far as the music, it didn't add up to it. I had a few songs on there that I did like, which were he got a song they called "Expensive Pain." That one was cool to me. They actually just made a video to that one. So I think once they start making videos for it, you kind of start liking the song a little bit better if the video is cool. What else was it? Blue Notes 2, they had a video for that one. That's with him and Lil Uzi Vert. I didn't like Lil Uzi at first, but he got a couple of songs I like nowadays. And the other song I had was Sharing Location. That one he got Lil Baby and Lil Durk on there. So them was probably the only 3 songs probably only 3 songs I actually will give another run. Like I put it on my playlist for work and shit. So I said it was an okay album. It's not up there with Dreams and Nightmares or Serious and nothing like that. Nothing too big. Did you want to get into about the movie The Quiet Place?
Yeah, man.
This is number 2. You said you seen?
Yeah, number 2, and I know you had told me before you've seen number 1, and we kind of felt the same.
Some number 1. I couldn't do it though. It was just boring to me.
Yeah, it's definitely quiet, man. It's friend, no pun intended. I mean, it's just sign language the whole movie, and it ended pretty good, right? So I finished number 1, and then I was like, you know what? Saw number 1, might as well see if they can redeem themselves in number 2.
Right.
And number 2 was actually better than number 1, man. It was
it was better?
Yeah. Okay. They left their house and they traveled, so it kind of had like a Walking Dead feel to it. They traveled and met up, with another dude, and eventually throughout the movie they find a colony of people that got away, that are safe from those creature things, and they live on an island. So they make their way to the island and they're safe, and it's like, okay, but just the way it ended, they're going to make a number 3. And I kind of felt at this point, just make The Quiet Place like a TV show with episodes. Yeah. Because it's like I said, it has that Walking Dead feel now. Like now it's just all about survival.
Right.
And it's like, okay, well, we kind of know what's attacking them, but we don't know where they came from. So they honestly, I think they'd make a lot more money if they made it into a TV show with seasons.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it another chance. I still got to go back and finish number 1. It was just kind of boring to me. Like once they start snatching people up and shit, I was like, oh, like that came out of nowhere. But I don't know, it's just something about the movie. I can't do it. Some movies, if it don't get my attention the first 20 minutes, then I'm turning that shit off. And it probably take me a while to look at it again, but I'll check it out.
So the guy from The Office, he made that show, like he made that movie.
Who?
John Krasinski. He played Jim in The Office.
He played who on there?
In The Office, he played Jim, the one that was like in love with the receptionist.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so he made A Quiet Place.
What the?
Yeah, and he's also in the movie. Number 1, he's the dad.
You're right. That's why I said he's in one of the movies. I thought that was something else though. Okay, yeah, that made me want to watch it now. Because I like The Office.
I won't spoil it for you.
Yeah, he must have died or some shit, man.
Yeah, he don't make it to number 2, bro.
God damn, I knew it. I'm gonna still check it out though. I'll check that out, man. It just be one of them days I ain't got nothing else to watch. I be watching so much stuff, man. Once I get into TV shows, I don't be having time for it. So
I'm trying to finish All American right now, to be honest.
You said you finished it?
I'm trying to. I got like 4 episodes left.
Oh, okay, you good then.
That show gets me so mad, bro. Like, I don't think you understand how mad I get. Like,
so let me ask you this: you seen Friday Night Lights?
The movie or the show?
The TV show.
No,
What?
no, I have not watched it yet. I've always meant
Oh,
to. I've always meant to, but I was like, you know what? Is it? I was like, is it like the movie or is it?
no, you
Is
never
it?
seen one episode.
No,
Oh
no.
my God. If you
Is
watch
it?
that, you're gonna forget about All American.
Is it a
Friday
good
Night
show?
Lights, man. Oh man. Whenever you get a chance, just at least watch the first episode, dog.
All right.
That is one of the best TV. That's one of my favorite. But like so if I can watch a sport all day, it'll be football. I just like the contact, like seeing people get laid out or whatever. But
Mhm.
when it comes to TV shows, if it's a sports one, I'd rather be a football. It's always good, but that's probably the best one. Was it better than the movie? I can't even say it's better than the movie, but because it got so many seasons, it makes it better than the movie. But
Right. It's a longer story.
yeah,
You know, is
yeah. Whenever
is
you
it
get
the
a chance,
same characters and all that? Like, Winchell and
I don't think it's the same characters.
same high school, Texas high school football.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Because
know. I can't remember
that
the names on the movie.
that was the thing. Like I've probably seen Friday Night Lights the movie
Mhm.
probably 500 times. Like
If you like
no doubt.
if you like the movie, it sounds like you love the movie. If you love the movie, you're gonna really love the TV show. I definitely recommend that.
Does the
Most
TV
definitely.
show? This is a good question here. Does the TV show have better? I know it's a TV show and it's mostly revolved around the drama
Mhm.
aspect of it, right? But if I had to give my honest opinion about All American, their football scenes are trash.
Most definitely.
They are not good. Like
Nah.
you could tell, like it's just an actor like throwing the ball. Like they don't
That
even look
shit
like
is
football players, man.
yeah, they don't. Like I said, Jordan, I'm like, dog, they'd have been laid your ass out, man.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't
If he
no
tried to go
way.
D1, he tried to
Yeah,
go D1. I'm like, not with that pass.
not at all. And then what's my boy Asher? Look, Asher funny to me, dog. Cause he's trying to be the man again after well, I'm pretty sure if you're on last season, you already know about the little steroid thing and shit, right?
Yeah,
He Asher funny to me, dog. He like one of the funniest. And JJ,
yeah, the party dude.
yeah, yeah, that show funny as hell. But no, Friday Night Lights, you'll finish All American, but Friday Night Lights, you can like, dog, I gotta watch this every fucking day. Like it's that good, I guarantee. But while we're speaking on TV shows, let's get into the Squid Games. You finished Squid Games. Where was I can't remember where it was based out of. Where's
Yeah, Korea,
in
South
Korea?
Korea.
South Korea?
Yeah, because I think it's in South Korea because the one of the females in the show had escaped North Korea.
You right.
So I think she came into the South.
Okay, cool. All right. So what did you think of that show? You pretty much you finished it already?
I did. Yeah,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
did.
I finished
I
it.
polished it off.
Yeah, I just finished it. Somebody at work told me about it last week, like on Monday, and I finished it like 2 days ago, I want to say. Watched the last episode. What did you feel about that show? Did you like it?
Yeah, it's kind of the same as you, man. Everyone, like I saw these memes and I saw like all the PlayStation faces dudes. Like
Yeah.
I saw them and my wife had watched it first. My wife is a huge anime head, man. Like I know this has nothing to do with the anime, but she'll watch a lot of anime.
You ain't been able to get
Any
into it yet?
no, and any sort of like those shows that were, originally filmed in like Korea or Japan.
Mhm.
So she watched it on Netflix and she's like, I think you should watch it. It's really good. So I watched it and I was like, okay, it's kind of slow. They're building the characters and the story. But
Mhm.
once they started getting into like the games and the cutthroatness of it, it's pretty raw, to
Yeah,
be honest.
so who was some of your I can't even really I think I know nobody name on the show. But who was some of your which one was one of your favorite? Who was one of your favorite characters on there?
Probably the main character. I think his name was like G Yuk or G Yuck or something like that.
Okay.
The one who had the daughter, he's like the main character who won the Squid Game.
Mhm.
Probably just him. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, man. I probably wouldn't have made it as far, but You know,
I'm gonna ask you that in a second, but
he,
because there was some
he's a
crazy
dog,
stuff
man.
going on.
He made it through, you know, and I didn't do the conversion rate because I know they were getting paid in like in their currency, but I think it was like what a billion
Something like that.
dollar in the
Yeah.
US, like a billion US.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I mean, just to play a couple kid games. I mean,
That shit was, like I said, it was crazy. Who was one of the characters you didn't like?
you know, probably that dude with the snake tattoo on his throat.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
just a little, he's a little bitch, man. Like,
Yeah,
just to
asshole,
be
man.
honest.
I was still, well, actually, I can't even say it was messed up. But like, so I'm a goofy person, man. When he threw that dude through that glass on that last one, I couldn't stop laughing, man. This dude really don't care about nobody, man. But I'm glad the old girl got the payback on him because I thought they was about to make it, man. I thought they had a little love connection and shit. And he turned his back
Right.
on her like the next scene, like you ain't shit. But so I would say who is my favorite character? I like the old dude. He was actually my favorite character because at first I felt sorry for him because I was like, damn, he old, he ain't got nothing to live for. Why is he here? But it's gonna be good to see him make it through it. Then when he supposedly died, I was like, damn, they got rid of the damn old dude. But I didn't like him once it got to the end of the show when I found out like he was pretty much the mastermind behind the shit.
Yeah, he was like Korea's like biggest debt collector.
Yeah, he's an asshole, man. Who I didn't like, it's kind of, I would say that the dude with the snake on his neck, but to me, he made this show as well because you know at some point with him being the bad guy that he was gonna do some bullshit, like throwing dude through the glass, treating old girl like he is treating her and all that. And he just did so much bullshit to the people in there.
You know, if I had to pick people that I
Mhm.
did not like in the show that I thought were like cringe to like hear them talk were probably like the rich dudes in the golden mask
Yeah,
that were watching them play the game. Those guys
right.
like were pretty cringy
Yeah, they were.
just because it's so rich, you know,
Mhm.
like
They remind me of what was it like the Purge? No, not Purge, Hostel. Remember they were sitting in the room. I don't think they had masks on though.
no, they would just like, oh, they go in there and they kill people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So my question for you was out of all those games, so let's see. I was gonna tell you the name of the game that they had in order. The first game was red light, green light. So out of these 6 games, which one do you think that you would have survived in, and which one do you think it'd have been the end of the show for you? So red light, green light, that was the one where you walk, and once they say red light, you can't move. If you move, you dead. Number 2 was the Honeycomb Game. What was the Honeycomb Game?
Where they had to like cut it out of the tin without breaking it. The shapes.
Yeah, the shapes. Okay. So the Honeycomb Game, the marbles. What happened? I'm trying to think what happened with the marbles. They had those in their hand. They had to keep guessing how many had in each hand. Something like that.
Yeah, so like the marbles, they gave everybody like 10 or
Mhm.
13, and they're like, all right, pick a partner. So you pick a partner, and then they're saying, no, we don't care what you do, what game you play, but you will try to get your partner's marbles, and whoever loses all their marbles between the two of you, they're done.
Take on. Yeah. So that was number 3. Number 4 was the Tug of War. That's probably one of my favorite ones. The Tug of War. That's when they went up. How high? I want to know how high they were.
That was pretty high, man.
Yeah, high as shit. I'm looking at the picture. This shit is bad. The 5th one was the Glass Bridge, which was they had fake glass and real glass, and they just had to jump on the next one to see if you can make it all the way to the other side. Let's see, hundreds of feet above the ground. Yeah. And then the Squid Game, that was the final game. And how did that go? When played on sand surface with players divided into rival teams of attackers and defenders. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
when they
it's a weird game, and the last scene it's like they didn't even play it. You
right.
know,
That's what
they
I'm saying. I can't
started,
remember what happened on that part.
yeah, they started to play it, and then they just started fighting.
Right. They just try to they turn that shit into John Wick or some shit.
Right.
So which one do you think you would have survived out of those six?
Honestly, maybe between the red light, green light, or the tug of war.
Tug of War?
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like you got a fighting chance there. When it comes to like the shapes, I'll even run down them, man. The shapes, I don't have the patience. I would have snapped it.
The nervous and
Uh,
shit just shake.
yeah, yeah. The marbles, I'm not good with. I've never been good with playing jacks or any sort of marble games.
Mhm.
The bridge, that's not even like a skill game, man. That's
Yeah.
just pure. That's just luck. Like that's it.
Right.
There's no skill involved in that game. Like you just jump, and it's like I would have died probably on the first jump. And
Damn.
the Squid Game, I still don't understand it. I know they explained it in the beginning of the show, but it's just like a weird game. I would lose the Squid Game too. So
I
yeah,
feel you.
probably red light, green light, or the tug of war. I'd have probably the best chance.
All right. Which one you said you had the worst? And what do you think that you had no fighting chance with? Was the cutout
Bridge,
hand
the bridge, yeah, the bridge number one.
bridge? Okay. For me, I would say I'll say the tug of war would be the one. I know for a fact the red light, green light would have been done because I'm clumsy, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, you get to walking, like I'm just thinking about like this was to really happen. Like I got surgery on my right foot and I've always
Oh
been
yeah.
clumsy. So I'm tripping over anything. Then me would have probably gave out on me once they said stop or some shit, and I'd have been gone. Um, but I think I'd have had a better chance at the tug of war. If
Yeah.
anything, I would have been all the way at the back. And if we were just to happen to lose, I wasn't falling off that damn bridge. They just had to shoot me, dog. And
No, right. Yeah.
I'd have went off fighting that dude with that gun too. So I think that'd have been the one I had the best chance with, the tug of war. And I would have wanted old head on my team to do the little lean back shit with it. I'd have had a better chance with him.
Yeah, that's a pretty good strategy, actually.
Yeah, it was.
It actually like makes me wonder because they were all shackled to the rope.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Oh,
old
yeah,
guy
you're
was on
right.
there.
So I wouldn't have been able to get away from that shit. I'd have had to die anyway. I'd have been
That's
in
what
the
I'm.
back.
That's what I'm saying. Like that old guy was in on it the whole time. Like, was he fully expecting to die? If that's what it took, or would they have stopped the game?
No, I think he already knew, like, with that strategy that the other team wasn't thinking that. So
Okay.
because you see, like, once he did it, once they started leaning back, they didn't know what the hell was going on. And when they took that little run, and yeah, the other dude, when they took that little run and stop, I think they just had a better strategy. And old head set it up with the leaning back shit, getting them tired or whatever. But
Okay.
yeah, overall, I like that show. I'm looking forward to season 2. At the end of the show, I was looking at like with some, I don't know how did you view the end of it? Like when he got there, was about to go home. Was you like, dude, just go home, man? You get all this damn money. Why are you trying to go back?
100%.
Yeah.
I'm not going back. There's number one. I'm not going back. I had pretty much my friend, or yeah, his friend,
Mm-hmm.
killed himself because he's like, you know what? Like, I'm done already. I'm not quitting because
Right.
that old boy wanted to quit right there.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not quitting. Like, I'll kill myself and you're going to pay my mom.
Right.
Like, if he did that and I paid his mom and everything, like, I'm just going to take my money and dip off, man. Like, I ain't never going back unless they hold like a tournament of champions or something.
Right. But yeah, I'm glad he got the money to the mom and all that stuff. But yeah, that was a crazy show, man. Like I said, that tug of war part. When I seen them fall at the bottom, I was like, damn, like I don't know how they gonna survive this one. But yeah, that was pretty. What would you give it out of 10? What would you rate it?
8 out of 10.
8 or 10. About the same. Because I didn't want like with the one girl that had the glass stuck in her, that old dude went over and got her in the neck. I didn't want her to die. I thought she was a cool character. And yeah, the old head, I was just disappointed with him. But now, you think he's gonna be on the second season? Because he was still living at the
No, he
end,
died.
right?
No, he died.
I thought he.
So, like, I watched this thing, and I'll go into it pretty
Oh yeah, they
quickly.
did put the hands over the eyes and shit. You right.
You know, I watched this thing, and it's like all these super diehard fans, right? And they're just coming up with theories. So you know how they were playing the game before Squid Game, where he would give them they're pretty much playing Pogs with the paper, and he gets slapped.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying that like if a player was to choose the red minus vice the blue, that they would have been one of the guys with like the square, circle, triangle.
Oh,
but if they chose blue, they're a contestant.
Oh,
so it goes pretty deep, man. And there's, other things in the show that people talk about that I'm definitely looking forward to season 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and see some of that because I ain't catch all the clues and all that type of shit. But
so you know how they lived in like that big room with all the beds?
Yeah.
On the wall, all the way around the room, there's like pictures of like kids playing.
Mm-hmm.
If you look closely, they're actually playing the games that they played.
See, I didn't catch none of that. I just was so trying to, because trying to read their lips. I'll be reading their lips and stuff like that, trying to read their lips and trying to hear what they saying. Like I was just all over the place. So I didn't catch none of that shit, man. That's a good one for you. I didn't catch that at all.
Yeah.
So let's get into we almost done here with based on a true story was I just want to say like a random story you had from the military. Like we both were in the military. I did 8 years. Then you said you did a little bit over 9. Good times, bad times. Everybody got a lot of crazy stories or whatever. But what story did you want to share with us?
Well, as you know, we both did time in Las Vegas. So definitely wasn't the
place at all.
No, it's definitely a place that was pretty rough, man. Running the hills and just the weather and but I liked my time at 211. I did 2 deployments with 211.
Okay.
Did a combat deployment in 2011, and then I went to Bahrain in 2013. But I'm gonna probably share something about recruiting duty that a lot of people probably don't know. Okay. So when you go on recruiting duty, you're a sergeant already, right? I would probably say 99% of recruiters that you ever run across on the street, they're sergeants, right? You might see a corporal here and there, but he's probably just on recruiter's assistance. Yeah. But I worked in the operations section of the recruiting station. So it's just analytical position, coming up with like mission letters and tracking all the kids that come in and doing all that stuff for the recruiters. Well, it's different than being in the fleet because we're all sergeants. Mm-hmm. So we don't have E3 and below, man. So there is no corporals, there's no lance corporals. So anytime they're like, hey, we're getting a visit from the general, he's going to come down, or the colonel, he's going to come down from San Diego, he's going to come up to Sacramento, and we need to clean the CP. It's like, all right, well, you got a bunch of sergeants, on their hands and knees, like scrubbing baseboards and doing everything. So that was kind of like a big culture shock for me, because you know how it is in the fleet, man. You just
man. Hey, Lance Corporal, go ahead, y'all get out there and do that shit.
Yeah.
And then y'all gotta do it. Hell no.
And there's other things that I did not like about it. You're familiar with like the Delta uniform?
The Delta uniform, is that?
Yeah, like it's the blue pants and the Charlie shirt.
Okay, yeah.
And so that was our uniform of the day for 3 years. Mm-hmm. So for being, how it is in the fleet, man, like, I don't know about you, but when I was coming up in Las Vegas, when barracks duty was done in camis. Yeah. Right. And then, the base general came out and he's like, hey, we're professionals on and off duty, things like that. Now duty is done in chucks.
Right.
Right. I hated that. Okay. I'm just gonna I'm gonna let you know, like if anything popping off in the barracks, which it did every night, I'm not running you down.
Hell no.
Like, no. Hell no. I got one pair of core frames, dog. Like, I ain't running you down. I'm not getting dirty. I'm not picking up trash. Nothing. But and that's how it was in recruiting.
Yeah, I forgot all about that though, because I thought where was I at then? I know in Virginia we could wear camis for duty, for barracks duty. Yeah, I was cool with that, because then if I had a problem, you can get down the hallway quick with some boots on.
Right.
You got them little clickety clacks on. I'm like, dog, I'm not about to chase you. Hell no, I'm sitting here all damn day.
You know, there's the base general for Pendleton came out and said, hey, for all the division, you know, pretty much for a division, he said, hey, we're gonna come out, everyone's gonna wear chucks, but we're gonna leave it up for commander's discretion. So essentially saying, I'm the general, y'all gonna wear chucks, but if your battalion commander wants you to, you could wear camis, but there ain't no battalion commander that's going to go against the base general. So we all wore chucks, and it was rough. Man. Have you ever seen that Moto Marine Corps video? It's like ears click, it's like ears, eyeballs click.
We had to see that shit, yeah.
So there's a guy in there, a drill instructor. His name is Sandercock. And I think in the video he's a gunny or a staff sergeant, and he's like he's in the whole movie. Like he's the main guy that's screaming at people and just, you know, he's probably like in 80% of the movie. He was my company first sergeant.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So he was ass
yeah. It was pretty rough.
Yeah.
He got kicked out for hazing, but
of course.
As a first sergeant. So yeah, I can go into that story. Real quick. He was so I was with artillery. So as you were, we don't have companies, we have batteries. So he was the kilo battery first sergeant, and I guess one of his Marines failed field day on Friday morning. So he made his whole battery come in, stay Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday, and refield day the barracks and chucks. So the whole battery was on the barracks, like even staff NCOs, company battery gunny, like everybody was out there like on their hands and knees, like scrubbing in chucks, and he didn't let them go home. So he got caught up real quick, man. Yeah, he's doing fine now. You know, I'm sure they swept that under the rug, and probably he got out honorably. But you know how it is in the Marine Corps, man.
Hell yeah. They love sweeping some shit up under the rug.
You know how it is. You know, like, you know, a gunny or a mass sergeant gets a DUI and it's like, it just goes away.
Yeah.
You know, a sergeant and below gets one and it's like, dude, they're doing your paperwork, bro.
Yeah, they get you smooth the hell out of there. Yeah, they just protect them people because they know they close to retiring. They don't want to fuck them over. But yeah, that's fucked up, man. Well, I just had a quick, speaking on recruiting, I did the assistant recruiting back in 2010 or some shit like that, man. That was, I'm with you on that. I don't know how you did it for 3 years. I only did it for like, I think it was like a month or some shit. I just did it to go home so I could be at the crib or whatever. But them dudes, like seriously, 7 o'clock to 7 o'clock at night. And I didn't recruit not one person. But once I got back, he gave me like 2 or 3 people and shit. So that was something I told them once I was about to go to Cali, I was like, it's no way I'm doing it. If y'all want me to do that, I'll just get out. I'm not doing no damn recruiting shit, man. That shit is just corny because my recruiter, it's like you pretty much stalking. I'm pretty sure you wasn't doing it, but some of them dudes just stalk, man. Like we was up at the courthouse talking to dudes, standing outside. They talking about they facing years. No, man, you can come in the military. It's gonna change your life and all this shit. I'm like, no, this dude is about to be doing 10 years. Did you hear anything he just said? And I know this dude. Like these people I went to high school with. This is not somebody you want going into the military. So
yeah, he's facing a murder charge.
Yeah, and you talking about well, don't worry about it. Like, would you rather be facing a murder charge or go fight for your country? Like, man, shut the hell up, man. I
Yeah.
don't know this dude like that. But let's get into let's see, we just got two more segments. The We Are Woke segment. I just wanted a quick thing I was telling you about was with the social media thing. I'm on social media a lot because I said most of the people on my social media, people I met throughout the military or just places I've been or whatever. But last week, the was it Facebook and Instagram or Snapchat, something went down. There's like two of the big social media things went down, and like a lot of people start panicking and saying like, "Damn, my shit fucked up," blah blah blah. And I just wanted to say like, at some point we have to get back to going away from social media somewhat. Like, just try to limit yourself on there. It's kind of hard because like I look like when I get on social media, like most, you can get on there for one thing and then it's just like me, I like looking at funny videos. You see one funny video, and as soon as it ends, it's gonna bring up the next funny video. Next thing you know, it's a whole hour and it went by on time, and you were just going on there for just look at one video and stuff. I just want to say like, try to like get people to somewhat like limit themselves being on social media. It's not that serious a time. Stop trying to be somebody that you're not. Like, if you're this serious person on there saying you're doing this and doing that, be that same person offline. That's all I really want to say on that. And the other part, because I think like I only see you on pretty much on Facebook or whatever, but you don't really be on it like that. I do see you on every goddamn Bills post. I will say that shit. I just saw it this morning. I'm like, my boy be on every goddamn Bills post. So I said, you be on there, you on there for right reasons, like sports shit like that. But
Right.
like me just knowing like my people from my hometown and then people I met in Indiana or whatever, it's like, dog, you're not even like this in real life. Just stop doing this shit, man. What do you think about? Do you feel like, as far as like, say like 10 years ago, do you feel like the bigger difference on how people are more stuck on their social media image compared to who they are in real life?
Yeah. How much time you got, man?
What's that?
How much
Right.
time you got? All right. So, you know why that shut down?
I don't know. I didn't even look into it. I just logged off.
So, Facebook had a whistleblower.
Okay.
A lady came out. She was like an exec at Facebook, and she came out and she was dropping all this sketchy stuff that Facebook does and how Facebook actually doesn't do anything to stop violence. They pretty much incite violence, right? Where I'm going to use George Floyd's case as an example, right?
Okay.
For mostly of, because Facebook has all these algorithms and, you know, depending on what you post, they know who is a huge supporter of George Floyd and who is not.
Most definitely.
So they were making sure that the people who did not support George Floyd were seeing more George Floyd ads. People that supported George Floyd are seeing more of like, oh, George Floyd was a killer and he was a criminal. So they're starting a war. Right. So she came out, she blew the whistle. So Facebook shut down for a whole day. And I'm going to be honest, man, like you said, I'm not on Facebook like that. I go on there, I look at memes, Bill's pages, funny videos that I'll share with you. My wife only strictly uses Facebook to like upload family photos of us and share it with the family that don't live here. Right.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of what we use Facebook for. And honestly, I think that's why Facebook was created, to connect people and, you know, and make sure people can stay connected. As soon as Facebook became a political platform, it all went out the window. Right. So we're a little bit older. We're more mature. We could watch a video and just instantly know what they're trying to do. Right. Definitely. And it's like, it's the maturity factor. We could just discard that video and keep going and only watch the funny ones. But there's people out there that once they see a video, it's true.
Yeah.
They 100% believe it. They're like, oh, you know, for instance, George Floyd's, before he was taken down to the ground, he spit in the officer's face. Like, that didn't happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they think it happened. So I 100% agree that the world needs to scale it back off social media. I'd be okay if it just went away.
I was gonna say, so remember when it first came out, it was only for people that's in college.
Right.
Then they opened it up to everybody. And I feel like once you think you've been to college.
Yeah, I have a degree.
So majority of the college people I met, they're more mature. So when you get people, like, nothing against people that wasn't able to finish high school or something like that, but those are some of the most disrespectful motherfuckers I've met in my life, man. A lot of people that like don't have that background, that educational, don't know how to talk to people on or offline. Like, these are the people I see cussing people off online. If I seen in real life, I know some of them are like that, but I know most of them are just like, they just got a hidden agenda. Like they like to hide that shit. Like it's not them online. So
like
yeah,
I see posts every day that are the spark of controversy.
Yeah.
And the post will have 100,000 comments on it. And I'll look through the comments just to kind of see like where people's headspace is at.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, like I am like scared.
See,
for,
you
like
me, dog. That's what I'll be doing too.
And I don't ever comment. I don't ever comment because then I'll be like a target.
See, I used to do that. I used to comment, but then it was like even with my girl, she know, like I'll get on there and she like, I tell her, like, damn, I got blocked on Facebook. And she's like, what you mean? I'm like, I cussed this one dude out. And I'm like, oh, what? And I was like, man, that little video there is talking about with the dude and all this. It's like, it's messed up, like where people head be at, or they just say shit to target, like to piss you off. You know, like if you post something that's like disrespectful, somebody gonna come like, why would you say that and all that? Then they get on you, then you arguing back and forth with this person. But at the end of the day, you never met this person in your life. You don't know them. Why are you wasting time and shit? And Facebook should be able to see that. Once somebody puts something disrespectful or any signs of bullying still, because people still do get bullied at this age, they need to start blocking these people. And maybe that us tone it down a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I'm going to send you a video. It's really short. I'll send it later on today. There's actually like a whole division of people that work at Facebook where their whole job is to pretty much like comb through like
flag people?
No, like violence. You know, and it talks about the things that they see that people are trying to post to Facebook. Like, I mean, murder, people film murder and try to post it, rape, burglaries, like just heinous ass things that people are trying to post online. And it's these people's jobs to go through it and like delete it.
Oh, okay.
You know, and they have to watch it. You know, so, and that goes back to what you were saying. A lot of it is ignorant youth. One of my favorite, we were just talking about this the other day, one of my favorite, you know, New York, Brooklyn, up and coming rappers, you know, Pop Smoke, and he got killed because of something he posted online, man, by accident too. Like just accidentally had his address on,
right?
Yeah. And he got murdered and robbed
by a kid.
15-year-old kid, man. Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, same way.
You know, and it's a shame, dude. Like,
it is, most definitely.
I hope it goes away. I mean, we pretty much all transitioned away from MySpace, right? So,
and that's I don't think it's like I woke up one day and MySpace was gone. Like they turned into a little music spot. Then it just gone. I'm like, what the hell happened to my account? But I said they just need to do a better job at that shit, man.
I'm not gonna lie though. Like back in the, I don't even know what grade I was in when it was hot. Probably like freshman or sophomore. MySpace was fire, dude. Like with the background.
You got your background. You can put your music. Then where they fucked up at was when they started putting the top 4, top 10. Then you gotta have a top 25. If you ain't in that top 25 and one of your homies hit you up, they're not hitting you up. They like, dog, you ain't got me in your top 25.
Oh yeah,
bro, you like for real? Like we about to sit here, we didn't fell out because I ain't in your top 25. Like, man, that shit.
That was a real big issue, actually. Top 4, top 8, top 10, top 25, and you're right. You had to pick top 25. And then my biggest go-to was always like, man, I don't mess with that. Like, if I have a little girlfriend at the time, man, she might be number one. But other than
Right.
that, like it don't matter, but it don't matter, dog. Just
Not at
enjoy
all.
my cool Buffalo Bills background and my music.
I had my shit dick. That's why I wish I could get like a screenshot of like all that stuff I had. But some people be saying you can submit your, I don't remember what my email was or nothing like that. But they said you can submit it somewhere and then bring up your like the last part of the MySpace you had or whatever. But I like to see how my shit look. I just want to see who my top 24 was and all that shit. But
You know,
that shit used to be cool.
it was actually pretty dope because nowadays, like Facebook, I mean, you can't do any of that cool stuff, right? But
Yeah.
back in the day, it was like, okay, if I want this cool background or if I want this music, I actually have to like add the code in there. Like I have to copy and paste the URL and the link and all that. So that was pretty cool. Like you actually had to work to make your shit look good.
That shit used to be dope, man. Oh, so the last part I want to, well, before we get to the last part, I just wanted to mention, you said you haven't, do you invest at all? Like as far as like crypto, anything like that?
No. I'm just gonna be honest with between the kids and my job and watching football now and hockey, I just don't even have time to read up on it.
Okay.
Um,
Makes sense.
I kind of read up on like what's that movie theater? That AMC.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that whole thing and Dogecoin
Yeah.
and all that. I didn't get in on it just because I don't know. Like if somebody was like, "Hey, just give me $20 and I'll do it for you," it's like, all right. But I just don't have the time to research it all.
Oh, I feel it. No, bro, like I said, it was actually a younger dude that I met in college. He was probably like 19 or so. He was sitting next to me. He was like, hey, he's like, do you invest in like cannabis and all that? And I'm like, investing? I'm like, no. He's like, yeah, man, you can pay like, I mean, you can, if you got with your debit card, you can put like $20 and invest in this. Right now, it's like $1.10 for each share. So I'm like, okay. So he's like, if you buy 10 shares, of course, if it's $1, it's $10 or whatever. But he said like over time, it either is gonna go up or go down. And he's like, he gave me a couple of them that I can invest in. That's what I did. I went home that day, downloaded Robinhood and downloaded the ACB and some Hexo or something like that. And ever since then, I just started looking into it. And then, like, as far as with the crypto, I was gonna talk about Dogecoin. I invested in that when it was like 13 cents. So when it shot up to 70 cents, I had like $500 in it because I only invested a certain amount of coins, like probably like 100 coins. And it
Can you
was
pull
like,
that out? Can you pull out
yeah,
that 500?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can pull it out whenever you want to, but it's better to keep it in and let it, because if it goes from 70 cents, if it would have shot up to like $1, that had been even more. But it was like $580. I took out like $300 and I just been letting the rest of it build. But with the Shiba coin, it's under a penny. So this pretty much penny stocks. And I bought 5 million. Yeah, I bought 5.5 million for like $60. And now it says 220. So it's been going up and down. Like I just check every day. But I just wanted to reach out and say like if you do get a chance, like whenever you bored or some shit, just download crypto.com. It's an app and it pretty much shows you the breakdown. It shows you how much each coin costs. And if you want to invest in it, like shit, just throw $20 on there and show you like 50 coins or some shit. And I turn my notifications off, but I check it like my bank account every morning. I just check it and shit. Like I said, a lot of like on social media, it'll pop up and say, hey, Shiba coin just went up to this much. Y'all check y'all stocks. You get on there, you might have a couple hundred, couple thousand sitting up in there. Withdraw whatever you want and keep on building it. So it's just something to think about, dog. Because I'll just be just looking for different ways to have different money coming in. Like that's just like some money that you forget about. Like it's pretty much like a bank account. You throwing $20 into your bank account, you just letting the money grow. And like I say you forget about it, you might see something you want, like a brand new car. You're like, damn, this shit then went up to 30,000. I could take that shit out and throw it towards that. And it's like money you forgot about. So it's just something to look into, man.
Did you ever invest in Bitcoin?
Yes, I did, but I didn't do like no big money into it because some of my boys, they had a couple thousand they put in. I had like a couple hundred, and those little couple hundreds turned into something. But overall, I took it out because I was like, I'd rather have like the 10,000 in like everybody else had in. Because it's like the 63 right now. So, but I got, like I said, I got a couple of my boys that, I don't know, not 63, but a couple of my boys got some, like they living off that shit right now, man.
So I guess my biggest question when it comes to like Bitcoin and Shiba coin, we're putting real money into those stocks. Is it like, is there anywhere in the world where I could actually use Shiba coin as currency? Is that what they're trying to do?
Coin, I don't know, but with Dogecoin and Bitcoin, they're starting to build the machines. I don't know, like here we have like the Walmarts. I'm pretty sure y'all got Walmart. They starting to put those machines in the gas stations and Walmart and stuff. So people that got that, you can just put your phone right up to it and you can pay like that.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure right now the Bitcoin game market is like saturated. Right. Yeah. Everybody's in there. But what about Shiba coin? How much is it to get in right now?
That, like I said, it's under a penny right now. Like it's it's like way under a penny. 22,876. Yeah, I had to send you the screenshot or something, man. But like I said, I put like $60 in there now. My shit is 220 right now. And that's just because I ain't even putting no more money in it, but I'm about to start getting back to putting a couple 20s in there every week or so, just to let it build.
There is the possibility of, today, for instance, I'm a guy and I put $500 in the Shiba coin. Mm-hmm. I wake up tomorrow, I got nothing.
Not necessarily. I don't think it would ever just shoot straight down to zero. You can. It's some days that you can wake up that it can drop down like 400, maybe 300, but you just looking at like this is something that you just want to invest in that you got on the side. Like if you got extra money laying around, like
right. Don't be scared and pull it out.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm not one of those type that I'm not throwing no thousands in there because I don't have thousands sitting around. But if I had it sitting around right now, I would. Because you think about like the average person, they'll go buy shoes for 200, they'll buy outfits 200, they'll buy season long tickets for thousands of dollars, go to the games, all that shit. This is a little money you could be putting to the side, and this money build up, and you got it. You can use that money one day, and like I said, it won't reflect your pockets at the moment. You feel me?
Right. It's like an extra pot of money. Yeah. Without dipping into like your real money.
Right. So yeah, that's all it is, man. So
I shop at Ross. Bro.
Huh?
I shop at Ross.
At Ross? Oh, shit. Hey, I go here. I got this little shirt and dog, this hat. I go to Burlington, Walmart, because like I said, graphic shirts. That's all I care about. Like usually if I buy some offline, I only buy my shoes offline or something, but I'm not paying no $30, $40 for no t-shirt. Not at my age now. I don't worry about that. As long as something comfortable, I'm cool.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's get into the last part, man. The last segment we had was the top 5. I do that for every show, and I usually let the guests pick the top 5. So what you have for me?
Well, I wanted to know your personal all-time top 5 running backs in the NFL. And if I know this is like a kind of a question shot out of the dark, if you want me to get your wheels turning, I can give you my top 5.
Okay. Oh yeah, I've got. Go ahead. What you got?
All right. So the first one, and again, this is like this is my top 5, right? Mm-hmm. So they might be out of order. Number 1, like Mike Allstott is number 1 for me.
Okay.
He was like the running back and fullback for the Bucks. Mm-hmm. A-Train, big, strong dude. Number 2, Derrick Henry. Mm-hmm. Number 3, Barry Sanders.
Okay.
Number 4, Walter Payton.
Okay.
And number 5, LaDainian Tomlinson.
That's a good list right there. I could fuck with. I almost said LT, but like I didn't really watch his games like that. It was always like most of the highlights. The only time I seen him was when he played the Titans, and it was like he was doing it dirty every time. I used to hate them playing the Chargers. But
they would run LT like on 4th and 10.
Hell yeah, they don't give a damn. And he'll get it.
Yeah.
He'll get it. Shit. All right, what top 5 I had? So I'm gonna go from really there's not no order because yeah, this is not in order.
Yeah, it's a biased list.
Okay. So 5, I would say Adrian Peterson. I just like the way I just like them hard runners that like will run through you. Don't look like they got that much speed, but once they get out in the open, it look like they flying like goddamn Sonic down the field or whatever. So I'll say Adrian Peterson. The other, I would say Barry Sanders. I just like the way that he made people look crazy on the field, even behind a bad offensive line, a bad team. He still found ways to like get open and shit like that. You feel me?
Plus, he retired super early.
Very early. If he would have stayed, he would have had the record. That'd have been the record that Emmett would have possibly broke.
100%.
Yeah. Who else was it? Emmy Smith. I said when I was growing up, he is one of those players when I was young. Everybody was talking about one of the fastest dude out. The offensive line was good for the Cowboys. They always had a somewhat good offensive line. My top 2 got to be CJ, Chris Johnson. I just like just one of the fastest dudes I've seen on the field. If you look at like his highlight reel, it's crazy the way he made people miss and all that. And then my number 1 that I honestly like, not being biased because I'm a Titans fan, but I honestly think Derrick Henry gonna be the best running back of all time.
I'm starving.
As long as he don't get no big like knee injuries or something like that. About 5-6, if he could get like 5-6 more good years in at this level, he's gonna shatter every record. Like right now, he has a chance to break the 2006. The 2006 or 2102. He got a chance to break the record this year with this extra game. I think he can do it.
Which is 2006 rushing yards.
It's 2006.
Yeah, it's in like I think it's like around 2000.
Yeah, because I think Chris Johnson had 2006, but Eric Dickerson got I thought he had 2102 or something. It might be 21, and that I didn't mention him because I didn't see him playing football, but when you look at him, like he's pretty much like Derrick Henry, a big dude that can run over people, had the speed and everything. So yeah, that's my top 5, man. But I do believe that Henry is one of those guys that he gonna break some records and be one of the best.
I put him at my number 2.
Yeah, I peeped that. I peeped that. So you respect it. So yeah, man. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, man. I appreciate you for tapping in on the show, man. I'm mad we didn't get to get it in the other day and shit. Figured out it was my damn mic or whatever, but once I get my setup, like I've been saying, I'm gonna get my setup and all that stuff. I'm gonna definitely have you back on the show, man. Just to like say we could chop it up, get a couple episodes in whenever you're free or whatever, man. But before we get out of here, I just want to thank everybody for tuning into the We're Woke podcast on YouTube. I'm gonna post the audio today since I'm doing it on Zoom. I'm gonna post the audio on Spotify, iHeartRadio, all those major platforms. I'll post that a little bit later, but it will be on YouTube. I'll send you the link and everything. I'll make sure I tag you in on FaceTime, Facebook. I mean, I'll tag you and all that stuff. And as far as your business, I wanted to give a shout out to that, like what your business was and how can people get involved with that?
Sure. So me and a fellow Marine Corps veteran that we served together in Sacramento, and he had served in Las Pulgas as well. We started the United States Military Golf Championship. So it's a golf program that we created to help veterans separating active duty who may be struggling with depression, TBI, pretty much any ailment that they're going through, and showing them a different outlet. So I'm a huge golfer. He's a huge golfer. And what we do is we bring those people in and we pay for them to get, golf clubs, golf lessons, hook them up with all of our swag, our logo and things like that. And we put them into US Am Tour events in the city in which they live in. And I do have a website, and
what was that website?
It is www.usmgc.golf.
Okay, cool. What I'm gonna do is at the end of the video, I'll post that link or I'll put it in the descriptions at the bottom. So I'll let people know to any military vets. Is this just for Marines?
Oh no, sorry about that. Any service branch. So
Any service branch, retired or active?
Yep. Active duty, separating active duty, veteran, they served 4 years and got out, anything like that. And I think right now we have 12 sponsored veterans on our golf team right now.
That's what's up. I ain't never been able to get into golf. Actually, I tried to golf up in Virginia. Oh, it's horrible. So you pretty good at golf?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I'm not Tiger Woods, but it's one of the sports that you grew up playing sports. I grew up playing basketball, football, everything like that, and those are team sports. Golf is an individual sport, so you get real critical on yourself real quick, and there's no one else to blame if you lose but yourself.
But to say it's all on you type in. I just not to throw you off, but I just seen a clip of J.R. Smith. He just started doing it, but he got stung by a hornet and some shit.
Yeah, he went back to I forgot what college. He got accepted. He's playing. I think they're D1. I think they're a D1 college program, and they showed a picture of Smith out there, and man, he looks like he's about 45.
Yeah, he looked.
But
that weed and Hennessy, goddamn it.
Yeah, he looks rough. I think he's only like 32.
Yeah, he a young dude. He's 30 something. Yeah.
So I don't follow the NBA as close right now, but does that mean J.R. Smith is done in the NBA, or is this just doing it just for now?
He done. I think he's been done about 2 years. He played for the Lakers last year or the year before, and he was just on the team. You feel me?
Right.
I think he's been done since the little video leak. That kid outside.
Oh, okay.
Try to do something, yeah. But yeah, man. Like I said, I'll post this video. I'm about to let it load and all that stuff. I'll have it posted, and I'll be reaching back out to you. But like I said, once again, thank you for tuning into the We Are Woke podcast. I'm Demetrius. This is my guest, Anthony. Once again, I appreciate you for tapping in with me, bro. Definitely get you back on the show, man. Y'all like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, We Are Woke Podcast, Instagram, and Facebook. Y'all tune in next week. Until then, go Titans. We're going to see y'all boys on Monday, man. We will see the Bills on Monday. But yeah, man, I'm going to holler at you, dog.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for having me today, man. And you let me know the next time I could be on, I'll be here.
Yeah, most definitely.